So today we look at who is buying gold. And by gold, I mean physical bullion, bars and coins. Who is buying and why? Now, are the people at the top, the directors, buying or selling shares in their own company? If they're buying, that's usually a good sign. But if they're selling, not so good. Now, they might be selling because they need the money to buy a property, for example, or to pay school fees or something like that. Then again, they might be selling because they don't like the look of what's going on. Directors' dealings offer telling signals as to whether insiders think the company is about to thrive or dive. And that's why so many people follow directors' dealings. And with that in mind, I had a meeting with a chap called Joshua Saul yesterday, who's the CEO of bullion dealer, the Pure Gold Company. And he told me something I found quite interesting. And it's similar to the value of directors' dealings as a potential indicator. And I'd like to share that knowledge with you today. Who's been buying bullion and why? And the question is, why are doctors queuing up to buy gold? Now, the Pure Gold Company must be one of Europe's top bullion dealers now. Got a large, varied customer base from institutions to individuals. And as such, it knows who's buying, who's selling, and to what extent. But to help its clients make the right investments, it also makes an effort to get to know its clients. Are you old or young? What do you do for a living? Why are you interested in buying bullion? And so on. And as a result, as a sort of byproduct, they gain an insight into people's professions and their motivations. And that data, which is both quantitative and qualitative, to use Saul's words, reveals trends about the market. And there has been, over the past couple of months, a marked increase in buying from two professions: doctors and investment bankers. Weird how. The latter I sort of get, investment bankers, but the former. Now, most doctors I know work pretty hard. Their diaries are full, their time is precious. And unlike many other professions, I would venture that their ability to monitor markets, to research investment ideas and so on, is limited. And if there are any doctors who watch this channel, please correct me if I'm wrong. You obviously have to be bright to make it through medical school, to qualify and to practice. So doctors, for the most part, are not stupid. But at the same time, I would say, as a rule, that their fingers are not particularly on the investment pulse, unless their investments are somehow related to the medical field, which gold isn't. So what gives with doctors buying bullion? Now, doctors, for the most part, have money. It's a well-paid profession, in some cases very well paid, and they're making money all the time. My belief, says Saul, is first, they've been too busy up till now to take much of an active role in their investments, but having seen their pensions fall, they've started to be more proactive, driven primarily by safety and security, which kind of makes sense. They've been making good money, but on the other hand, they have been watching the value of their ISAs and pensions fall quite dramatically. And as a result, they are turning to the alternatives, which are gold and silver. Investment bankers are getting keen on gold again too. Why has there not been an uptick, say, in lawyers or pilots or computer programmers, I ask? There has been, it turns out, but the most notable increase has been doctors, by 44% in the last 4 weeks. And, as we were about to find out, investment bankers. Now, investment bankers buying of coins and bars has increased by a quite astounding, in my view, 59% over the past 4 weeks. And I have to say, the implications of a 59% jump in investment bankers buying gold for their personal portfolios has some alarm bells ringing. Sorry, the sun's come out, it's very bright. What's going on at the banks? Are there problems looming? What do they know that we don't? Something similar was going on in the lead up to the Lehman crisis. So possibly something's not good. And when asked about their motivation and timing, says Saul, many cited counterparty risk, exacerbated by the severe inflationary environment. Political uncertainty has been a factor too. Counterparty risk, that's one that gets me worried. Many fear inflation, the high cost of sitting in cash while waiting for opportunities in other asset classes has become too high. And the other factor cited was the consequences of escalating interest rates at a time of high and increasing debt, both individually and nationally. I'm going to walk away from the noise. Overall, says Saul, there's been a 39% increase in people purchasing gold bars and coins in July compared to the monthly average. So that's, call it 40%. And a 42% increase in people buying silver bars over the same period, silver bars and coins. Perhaps more tellingly, there's been a 67% increase in people selling equities within their pension to purchase physical gold bars within the same vehicle. Now, this type of knowledge may mean absolutely nothing. I don't think it's reason alone to go out, sell everything, buy gold and run for the hills, but it's one of those sort of telling insights, I'd say, to have at the back of your mind as you make your broader macro investment decisions. How you determine your asset allocation, that kind of thing. People are buying bullion, especially investment bankers. And it also explains the uptick in people asking me how to buy bullion. If you're concerned about geopolitics or inflation or solvency and you feel an investment that is outside the system and no one else's liability is worth having, this is the type of thing that might sort of cap your thinking and seal the deal. But there we go. I'll leave it with you to make of it what you will, a bit like those director dealings. But thank you very much for listening. And it was very sunny out there. And I'll be back with another video very soon. Please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the Substack. And if you're interested in buying physical gold, look at that link through to the Pure Gold Company. I have an affiliation deal with them. But they're a very good bullion dealer. So they are my current recommended dealer. I'll be back with another video very soon. Until then, goodbye.